In a landscape dominated by streaming giants, there's a new trend that is starting to make waves in Hollywood. What was once a stronghold for traditional TV shows and blockbuster films is now facing an unexpected challenger: social media content. And, perhaps most surprising of all, it's the younger generation, specifically Gen Z and Millennials, that are driving this shift. Let's take a moment to break this down. A recent Deloitte study, one of the most comprehensive surveys in recent years about media consumption trends, offers some startling insights. It found that 56% of Gen Z and 43% of Millennials prefer social media content over traditional TV shows and movies. This is a real turning point in how we engage with entertainment. But it's not just about which platform people are choosing. It's about the deeper, more personal connection that social media creators have been able to forge with their audiences. For instance, more than half of Gen Z says they feel a stronger bond with the creators they follow on social media than with the celebrities or TV stars they grew up watching. Now, that's a significant shift. Historically, TV personalities and movie stars were the main celebrities in the eyes of young viewers. But in today's world, content creators, who often have far smaller followings than big-budget movie stars, are increasingly becoming the most trusted voices for these younger audiences. This personal connection doesn't just stop at emotional investment. It's influencing purchasing decisions, too. According to the survey, 52% of Gen Z and 45% of Millennials say they trust the product recommendations from social media creators more than those from traditional TV ads. This level of influence is something that traditional Hollywood studios simply can't replicate. Not without some major adjustments. What's driving this change? Well, it's not just about the content itself, but the platform and the creator. Social media allows for a more authentic, relatable experience. Instead of consuming content that feels distant and polished, viewers are gravitating toward creators who share their personal stories, behind-the-scenes moments, and opinions on the everyday aspects of life. These creators come across as more genuine, more in touch with their audience, and more transparent. And let's not forget the role that technology is playing in all of this. Artificial intelligence is making its way into social platforms, especially through recommendation algorithms. These platforms are not just randomly serving up content, they are learning your preferences and delivering personalized content at an increasingly sophisticated level. Unlike traditional TV, where viewers may have to sit through ads or content that's less tailored to them, social media platforms can deliver an almost perfectly curated experience, keeping viewers engaged for longer periods of time. This gives platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube a massive edge. It's not just about consumption, either. When Gen Z spends more time on social media platforms than watching traditional TV, a whopping 54% more time, to be specific, they're also more likely to engage with ads. And these are not just any ads, they're ads from creators they already trust, which makes them far more impactful. It's clear, these platforms are winning the battle for attention. This shift has caused streaming services to start rethinking their strategies. With younger consumers turning to free, ad-supported platforms like YouTube and TikTok, traditional streaming services like Netflix and Hulu are facing a tough challenge. According to the Deloitte study, many consumers are beginning to feel the sting of higher subscription prices. In fact, almost half of those surveyed said they pay too much for their subscription-based streaming services. More troubling still, 41% of them felt that the content offered by these services simply doesn't justify the cost. What does this all mean for Hollywood and the streaming giants? The value of the content itself is being questioned. It's no longer enough to have a big budget and star power. The demand is now for authenticity, relatability, and yes, value. Social media creators, who often come without the heavy overhead costs of traditional media, are able to connect with their audience in a way that resonates on a deeper level. This is why platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are thriving. They're offering content that feels personal and unique, catered specifically to individual interests and needs. And with the power of AI recommendation engines, these platforms know exactly how to keep their users hooked. Traditional streaming services have recommendation engines too, of course, but they can't compete with the sheer volume and variety of content that social media platforms deliver. And let's be honest, even Netflix can't make a show go viral the way a social media post can. The question now is whether Hollywood and traditional streaming services can pivot fast enough. Can they build a similar sense of connection with their audiences? Can they leverage technology to better personalize their offerings? Or will they continue to struggle against a tide of social media creators who are already winning the hearts and attention of a new generation of consumers? As more and more consumers, particularly the younger generation, feel more connected to social media influencers than they do to A-list celebrities or TV stars, the entertainment industry will need to adapt to stay relevant. The battle for attention is real, and right now, social media creators are leading the charge.